My name is Susan Lilly and I'm with the WVU Extension Service in the Family Nutrition Program. Today I'd like to make a dish with you that's called the green bean, cranberry, and nut dish. And it's very simple and it's very versatile. What we're going to be using is, you can use either a cup of fresh green beans or a cup of canned or frozen beans. We are going to be using 2 tablespoons of dried cranberries. You can use fresh or frozen also, but if you're using fresh cranberries or frozen, you're going to use a half a cup of them instead of 2 tablespoons of cranberries. I've got 2 tablespoons of nuts. You can use pecans, almonds, whatever type of nut you'd like to. I'm using almond slivers because I had some left over. You're going to need a half a tablespoon of honey, a teaspoon of oil. You can use olive oil or canola oil. I'm using olive oil. And seasoning to taste. I'm going to use a lemon pepper. You could use dill, whatever seasoning that you like. Now, the first thing I need to do is, because I'm using fresh green beans, I want to trim them. I've already trimmed that one. You want to trim them on the ends, and then you want to cut them to about a 4-inch length. These are all pretty short anyway, so I left all of mine long. They're about 4 inches, maybe a little bit over. And you're going to want to cook those to a tender, crisp stage. Now, I've already cooked my beans. I've cooked them ahead of time, so I'm going to pour those in the drainer right quick. So I have my beans. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to heat up my teaspoon of oil in my pan. I'm going to pour it right in there. And I'd already preheated my pan, so it is already pretty hot. It's already smoking actually, so you don't want to be careful about that. So poured my oil in, and now I'm going to dump in my dried cranberries. And here those start to sizzle where it was hot, and I'm going to pour it in my almond slivers. Now you're going to want to stir this often so that they don't burn. You don't want them to burn either. So we're going to cook those. I'm going to move those to this side. Turn that on. Turn that one off. All right. So I'm going to cook these till the cranberries are tender. Okay, I've been stirring my cranberries and my nuts, and I can smell those nuts are really cooking. You can smell the nuttiness of them, and my cranberries have softened. So I'm going to dump in my drained fresh green beans. Stir those in. I'm going to stir that up. And I want to cook it until my green beans are heated through. But where I use the fresh green beans and I cook them, and they're already hot, I'm just going to stir it up a little bit. And when they've heated through, I'm going to mix in my half a tablespoon of honey. Dump that in there. I'll stir that in really well. It smells really good. This would be a great recipe any time of year, but especially in the summertime when you have those fresh green beans available to you. You're getting lots of vitamins from this dish, so you want to take advantage of that. Alright, so we're heated through. I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to plate them. Get this out of the way. I'm going to plate them on my platter. I'm going to move this out of the way too. I'm going to plate them on the platter. Ooh, looks so pretty with the cranberries and the nuts. losing that nuttiness. All right. Put that over here to the side. And then I am getting my waist out here. I'm gonna just sprinkle a little bit of my lemon pepper over. I chose lemon pepper as my seasoning. Choose a little bit of that. And there I have my green beans, cranberry, and nut dish. I hope you enjoy.